Hey there, gang. I'm Mike, and this is Beyond the Ranch. Thanks for taking just a little bit of your time to hang out with me today. I know it's been a few days since I've had a chance to kind of give you an update on what's going on, so I thought we'd take some time for that today. It's now been, 2 months or so since I've been at my new job at CBH Co-op. Very, very different from dealing with cows every day. In fact, you can email me now at explorelifebtr@gmail.com, and a lot of folks have been asking me if I miss working on the ranch. The fact is that I'm still doing some chores and offering my help wherever it's needed. I'm still in the Airbnb on the ranch, but that's not going to be much longer. We'll get into that a little bit later. But the short answer is yes, I miss working on the ranch like I did. I miss interacting with the animals, but now I interact with people more, which isn't really a bad thing, I don't think. Emotionally, this week has been a little bit rough. April 1st was the anniversary of my father-in-law Gilbert's death, and normally every year I visit his grave alone on that day to get a chance to chat with him. This year I took the kids with me, and we had a few quiet moments with him. And while we were sitting there, I was reminded of something that Gilbert told me a long time ago when we first came to the ranch. I didn't have a cowboy hat then, and I'm wearing it today just in honor of him, but I told him at that point that I wasn't a cowboy. He told me that cowboys aren't born, they were discovered. So, while we were sitting there at his grave, I got to thinking about that. I thought about how many people have lived vicariously through the videos that I've put out over the years. How many of them have never even set foot on a working ranch, let alone wore a cowboy hat. And I realized something. There's a little bit of cowboy in all of us. Being a cowboy embodies a number of virtues. Cowboys have to be smart, they have to be problem solvers. Cowboys have respect for others. But one of the biggest virtues of being a cowboy is courage. Recently, a local pastor reminded me of John Wayne's words when he said, "Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway." Courage is not an absence of fear, however. It was bravery to face those fears. In fact, fear gets actually more credit than it's due. I am afraid. Yes, I am. And if you let fear run unchecked, it'll ruin your life. That's where another cowboy virtue comes in, and that one's called reason. If fear does our thinking for us, then we're locked into anxiety. But if we can combat fear with reason, that's where courage comes into play. John Wayne was right. Without fear, there is no courage. And that's why we have to keep moving forward. And to do that, sometimes we have to find the cowboy in all of us. Before we get on to the updates that I have for you today, some of you asked if I was going to start up a Patreon account for this channel. I thought about it, and I decided to go ahead and do so. You can join for free, or you can choose to set up a once-a-month payment of $3 for extra features, videos, and perks. That's it. There's no other levels, nothing confusing, just a chance to support the channel, myself, and the kids, and our new life together. Here's the website, right there, or you can check it out down in the description. So, what has been going on? In our last outing together, I had a chance to show you a house that I was looking at in town, and the good news is that I was able to put an offer on that house. Bad news is that it needs a new roof. I don't know much about buying houses, but one thing you have to do is get a home inspection. An outside company comes in and goes through every single nook and cranny, and it turns out that this house has outdated shingles. Now, with those shingles, insurance wouldn't be able to insure the house, and you can't buy a house without homeowner's insurance. So that's the current bump that I'm on now, trying to figure out who's going to pay for it, how it's going to get done, all that kind of good stuff. I really don't have much longer here in the Airbnb. Aaron and I planned that I would be out of here by May 1st so that it could be opened back up to the public. So I'm working pretty hard to get it figured out. Once I'm in the new house, our content here on the channel can really begin. Spring is bringing a lot of opportunities for us to adventure around Northeast Wyoming together. I've had offers from coal mines, oil rigs, helicopter tours now, and a whole lot more to get out and film and bring you along with me. I've also have the house remodels planned for those of you who like to get your hands a little dirty and do a little DIY. And my new job allows me to still be active in agriculture, which brings even more opportunities down the pipeline, so to speak. I've had a lot of people ask me how the kids are doing. And let me say this, that everything I do is for the kids at this point. Aaron and I have a schedule with the kids. We both get our time with them. We talk a lot. I talk a lot with the kids about the future and what's going on now and what's going to happen. And I know that they're scared also, but I also want to teach them how to use reason to bring forth courage. My dad was a huge John Wayne fan. In fact, my middle name is Wayne. Coincidence? Probably not. The world needs more cowboys. On the ranch, in an office, on an oil rig, or in a doctor's office in the hospital. There's a little bit of cowboy on us all. Cowboys, I want you guys to get out your 6-shooters and shoot me an email at explorelifebtr@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Give me your ideas for stuff that we can do on the channel. And hopefully next time we chat, it'll be from our new headquarters. We'll be able to get busy living as we explore life beyond the ranch.